Hello and welcome everyone on YouTube. It's quite late in the afternoon for me here. I've spent all afternoon faffing with the front brake again, just giving it, well, I was going to say giving it a tweak. The front wheel itself needed the cones on the axle tightening up ever so slightly, and once I'd done that and refitted the wheel, the brakes were all out of whack again. So I spent several hours faffing about with the brakes. They work really well. They're an absolute arseache to set up. They require quite a bit of sort of faffing about with calibration, and I've had to sort of mess with quite a few of the spacers and stuff like that, take stuff, spacers out, things that look like they kind of should be there, and take them out to make it work. But it seems to be working quite nicely now. The front brake will lock up fairly well, which is good. Obviously you don't want to actively lock it up, but you need to be able to lock it up to make sure that you're getting maximum braking, especially as I do like to send it down a lot, sort of hills quite a lot. So having spent several hours faffing about with it, I decided, fuck it, I'm going out for a ride. I've no idea how long the weather's going to stand, going to stay good. It's been raining the last few days, which can stuff off. That is a very nice XJS. I love them, the old V12 Jaguar XJS. I think it's a lovely looking car. So I can't remember if I've mentioned it before. I bought an external box that will convert video from HDMI, basically from the GoPro stream, which I think is H.264, and will convert it to H.265, and more importantly will stream it to a server using SRT protocol. Well, the box that I bought doesn't do SRT, god damn it, so I'm going to have to ditch that box, and luckily I bought it used off eBay, so I won't lose too much money if I sell it on, if any. And then right, I've no idea whether I've lost the entirety of the first half of this stream or not. When I went to pause the stream to park up here, I discovered that the GoPro had frozen. I don't know if it froze when I asked it to stop recording, or if it had already frozen. So I've no idea how much I have or haven't recorded. So yes, I'm pausing the stream in order to do a weather forecast check on my phone, and in theory it should be dry. The probability of rain is low. So I shouldn't have to make a quick run for it. Sort of back up top. I was wondering whether to sort of half head back in case I needed to make a run for it. I think it'll be a fairly short ride today anyway. I fancy an early dinner and it's later than I'd planned to come out. I was at karate last night, and so I'm Hank Marvin today. I'm going to have to start getting my ass to karate more regularly as well. I'm just doing the first month or two. No, the first month or so, not even two. Just going once a week, and I'll have to step it up to twice a week. Then I think soon enough, realistically, I'm going to start looking at training 3 or 4 days a week. Even if it's only 4 days in the dojo under instruction, then a couple of days in a gym myself or something. But I need to get my ass back in shape. I was wanting to fight again. I don't know if we're going to have any tournaments again soon. There has unfortunately recently been a split in our organisation, and our tournaments weren't as big as they used to be already. So with the organisation splitting as well, I don't know if we're going to have enough people to have meaningful tournaments in either, unless they're able to make friends enough for us to compete together. It's really sad. Basically, the chief instructor passed away a couple of years ago, and there was a schism, which I guess was going to happen. I knew it would happen when he finally passed away, bless him. There are sort of two different groups, both of which think they are honouring his wishes. I just really hope that they can all sort it out eventually in the fullness of time. We can all come back together again. But in the meantime, I'm following my my instructor. Our chief instructor was also my instructor as well. I was lucky where I got to train. So I'm sticking with my instructor, as we all will be recently, you know, frankly. It's a real shame. I'm going to do a lap around here, do a couple of laps around the bottom, just to go for a ride. And then I might head back up the top or something. That chattering sound, I need to figure out what's causing that. Thank you. Looks like it's closing time for the pedal boats. I guess they shut at 5. Yeah, makes sense. 5:15. Oh, look at that dog having a swim. You probably can't see it on camera. It's in that sort of distance where, because of the wide-angled lens, things like that look like they're bloody miles away. Yeah, it is quite windy this afternoon. Good on him, out for a run. Running was never my thing. I get bored I can do cycling. Running just bores me, and I don't have very good technique, so it absolutely hammers my joints. Yeah, that chattering sound. I need to figure out what that is.
Well, it was 1 p.m.
The back disc doesn't do it. So I wonder what's causing it. The front disc connects differently to the rear disc. It's all set up in a different kind of way. So I wonder if it's to do with the way the caliper is attached. If that's something to do with the sort of chattering sound. Hi.
Did you hire these?
No, this is mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
where did you get it from?
Well, it's really old. You can usually only find them on eBay nowadays.
That's sick.
It's a lot of fun. It's like
That right there.
those are like pedal boats. Yeah.
For free?
No, you have to pay for them. They've closed now. They shut at 5.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, is there any other things?
There's a little sort of playground down there. What else is around the park? That's about it, really. Behind all those sort of hedges, the hedge that you can see in the distance, there's like a playground over there. So that's about it, really.
Anything like that?
Not really, no, just those.
Well,
Yeah.
have you been here a lot?
Yeah, a fair bit. I don't tend to go down that side very often. There's not much down there for me. It's just like the
So
playground.
you've been around this whole park?
Yeah,
So,
Do you live around here?
I do, yeah.
so like, do you know, is there stuff to do, like, fun stuff to do?
The only sort of things that are here are those pedal boats and the playground over there. Otherwise, it's just a park. There's a lot of space and grass and flowers and trees and stuff.
Okay, bye.
That's all right. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Are you a YouTuber?
I am, yeah.
I'm subscribing.
Pardon?
I'm subscribing.
Oh, it's a small channel, about 90. It's like the smallest channel ever.
But when you go, remember me.
I shall. Right, yeah, I think I'm going to go back up the top, pop up to the statue for 5 minutes, well, 2 minutes, wander over to the Standard, back over to Blackheath Village and head home, I think. I'm hungry. Yeah, it looks fairly lively over this side today. Oh, handbrake. Look how brown the grass is. The amount of sun we've had this last month, and there's been very little rain other than the last couple of days. But that's, as you can just see from the ground, hasn't even been enough to moisten the ground. It's so dry, except for that patch of green where they had the sprinklers on it. I wonder why that patch of green was special. We pretty much have a hose pipe ban in effect now. We've been classified as having a drought. I'm just going to hang out here for 5 minutes, just enjoy being in fresh air. So I'm going to pause the stream. I'll catch up with you all in a sec. Ah, they stopped just as they're all having a dance over there. They stopped just as I started to record, just as I spotted them. There we go. Bless them. Ah, they're being filmed. I'll leave the camera rolling for a sec and just keep half an eye. I was going to say, right, let's send it up the hill. There definitely is no sending up this hill. We'll send it down a hill. What are we going to call it going up the hill? It'll overheat like mad. It'll put a lot of stress on the motor, but it's quite impressive that if I stop pedalling, it will actually, it kind of can do it, just about. It'll be interesting to see how it would act with two batteries. the weight increase would be minimal, but the ability to deliver current, consistent current, would be greatly enhanced. Oh, my legs are still battered from last night. This is hard work today. Yes, just in case the first half of the stream did fail when the GoPro froze. Battered from last night. I went to karate last night. So yeah, I'm still battered from training last night. Contact, it's everything. Where's this chap going? This autumnal leaf drop can fuck off. I'm quite happy with it being summer, thank you very much. Oh, pigeons making themselves at home on the statue today. So weird. There's like loads and loads of people, but it's not lively. It's quietly busy. That's an oxymoron if ever there was one. Random. So I figured out that I need to adjust the headset on the steering column, and I'm not entirely sure how to do it, and I certainly don't have a spanner large enough to get around it. I'm guessing it's probably, God blimey, 30 mil or something, 25 to 30 mil, if not more. I'll have an ask on the C5 group if anyone knows how many mil the bolt is, the nut is on that, and if the entire body needs to be taken off the chassis to adjust it, which would suck. If I was doing that, I would probably strip it. Oh, it's difficult, it's a hardcore. I was going to say I'd strip it and have the chassis sandblasted and resprayed, but it's original. There's only very light surface rust on it at the moment, so it'd be a shame to take it from original to restored. And I'm never going to let it get wet. I'm keeping it in nice, really good conditions in my garage, so it's not going to get rusty in there. Hello there.
We're looking for the line, actually, the first meridian.
Oh, it's you see the clock on the wall over there?
Yeah.
It's kind of just around the corner from there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So
It's right there.
in the court or?
No, out here on the path.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
okay.
you
Is this a bicycle?
Kind of, it's electric. Yeah. Okay, well the wind is gone. It's still as anything now. Right, let's mosey on. You won't be able to see it. That bird you can hear is one of the many, many famous South London parrots, or parakeets if you want to be specific, but parakeets are a type of parrot. Yeah, a bunch got released into the wild and they have bred a lot. I love them. It's just a shame they're kind of an invasive species, so they could be a bit problematic. I don't know which of our indigenous birds they would displace. Beep beep. Sorry.
You go.
Cheers. So I've heard they're a bit rubbish, but it's times like the last minute when I would really appreciate having wing mirrors on this. I don't know how actually useful, how functional they are. Oh, I wonder if the bicycle shop is still open. No, it looks like everything's shut down there. There's a bicycle shop just back where I turned right on the left hand side. I'm going to get a small sort of bicycle style bell, like the ones they had on the e-scooters in Berlin. Those little sort of flicky bells. Nice paint job on that Toyota IQ. It's like a pearlescent white. It's really nice in the sun. It's a shame it's such a terrible car. God, have you ever driven an Aygo? The Toyota Aygo is singly the worst car I've ever driven in my life. And I used to own a Metro. Absolutely terrible. I've driven 2 of them. Just the worst car I've ever driven. Well, I was damned if I did and damned if I don't, whichever side I went down today. Squirrel. Yeah, squirrel! Right, so. I must remember to message the bloke that sold me the disc brake kit. It's nearly 2 weeks and he still hasn't sent me the correct size spacers. So I must message him when I get in and remind him. see the street seat is still there. Hey, how's it going?
The original one?
It is, yes.
That's amazing. How have you kept it so good?
I spent its entire life in a museum till I bought it last year. It's been a display, a showpiece.
Really?
So I'm the only owner that's ever actually used it.
Oh my gosh, so you've not done many miles in it?
I've done a fair few. I use it quite a lot actually.
Really?
Yeah, I use it about 3-4 times a week at the moment.
Thing of
Out for a
beauty.
couple of hours ago. So
It's the same thing, isn't it?
yeah, very much so.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I'll go out and do, you know, if I just need to nip to the shops, I'll use this instead of taking the car, and yeah, it's just a giggle, you know.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's
First time I've seen one in the flesh.
Oh, really?
It's a thing of absolute beauty. I've always loved these. Loved them.
The grass is a bit shorter over there. Do you want to have a go?
Really?
Yeah, I'll take it. Go around the
you're
roundabout.
joking.
Head over there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I could have made it up that. I could make it up that. There we go. Right, I'll teach you how it works. It's really easy.
Oh, my dad's going to go.
So it's a doddle to use. The main important thing, it brakes like a bicycle.
Yeah.
Knowing how to stop always helps.
Yeah.
To get going, you just give it a bit of a push with the pedals.
Yeah.
The moment it really is starting moving, that there is the power button.
Right.
Don't push it until it's moving, or it can start the motor, stall the motor. But the moment
Right.
it is moving, go for it. It's only 3 wheels, so don't turn too sharp if it's moving at sort of a clip.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
So
Stay on the grass.
I'm only going to do a little.
That's all right. Have fun.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, give it a bit of a pedal, then push the button under your left thumb.
It's actually quite a comfortable
It
position.
is, isn't it? Because it's where your hands naturally fall, isn't it?
It is. Right, okay.
That's it. Push and hold the button.
Got it.
Hello there. Yeah, that front headlight isn't worth anything. It's a blast, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
So that's why I'm out on it as much as I can. It's a laugh.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Awesome.
So it's like it's a plastic. It's entire.
Yeah, it's a polypropylene tub with a metal backbone chassis. It's essentially like a recumbent bicycle with an electric motor attached to it.
Get a picture of me.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad's going to go mad.
Yeah. There we go. Awesome.
That's brilliant.
That's awesome.
Oh, buddy, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, that's it. I'm
You're
gonna
very, very
remember that
welcome.
for the rest of my life.
Oh, that's so cool.
I've been such a fan of these.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, when they came out, I had a ZX81 and, you know, would have loved to have had one as a kid, but it just wasn't going to happen when you're that age.
Of course.
And
what was the museum you got it from?
so it was, I don't know, it was basically the first 20 years was an automotive museum down in Somerset.
Right.
And then it was a guy who sold ride-on tractors and go-karts that bought it and had it afterwards.
Yeah.
And he had it just as a display piece in his showroom. And so it was just up on a shelf for the rest of the next 17 years. So when it came up for sale, he had 2 for sale. This one that it was selling as never used in bubble wrap, and another one in the packing crate. I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. I said straight away, I'll buy it. It was like the most impulse purchase I've ever made.
Of course.
I was like,
your heart was racing, wasn't it?
and so the next morning I was up at like 5 in the morning driving down to Somerset, hoping I was going to be able to stuff it in the back of my Ford Fiesta.
Okay. Well, I guess it probably did, right?
I took the front seat out.
Okay.
Before I left, I'd taken the front seat out and it did fit in. But it didn't cross my mind. There are a couple of extra tricks that you can do. Basically take the wheels off,
Yeah.
and it'll fit in just most hatchbacks. And it's a lot of fun. So I put a lithium battery in it.
I was going to say the battery obviously needed renewing.
Yeah, the original ones are all very much dead by now.
Yeah.
And so it'll do about 18 miles.
Yeah.
It takes about 3.5 hours to charge, 3.5-4 hours from flat.
Right. Okay.
Um,
And the indicators and lights will work okay?
yeah, so the indicators are an optional extra.
Yeah.
The rear ones are actually reproductions,
Right.
because the real ones, if you find boxed real ones, you're going to be paying about £350 just for the indicators. And the front ones are pretty much identical. They're from a Land Rover, and they were to begin with. They're identical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I literally fitted those myself about a month and a half ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they didn't come with indicators or a mirror or a horn. So I had an incident in the car park in Greenwich Park where someone decided to cut straight across me. I had to swerve, slam my hand onto the side of the car to push myself off it, to stop myself from hitting it. Pulled into the side. Car driver gets out, looks at the side of their door, gets back in and fucks off.
Oh, no.
I was umming and ahhing whether to report them to the police, and decided I just couldn't be arsed with the hassle. I wasn't hurt, it wasn't knackered, but I was so unimpressed.
And you weren't hurt on that.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's the roads are so. I mean, I ride every day.
Yeah,
And I'm at that height.
yeah,
You know, I'd imagine some of the vision people have, the awareness is missing.
Yeah.
Anyway, it must feel at points. It must feel quite iffy.
I've found basically in car parks are what I hate the most, because it's people are around, they're taking a walk in the car, and they'll go space and just randomly go and turn without paying attention.
Of course.
But on the road, I've found, in fairness, people are really respectful of it and really give me a wide berth. But the thing is, you know, as much as 99% of people are great, it only takes one person to squish you.
Yeah.
But most people I've found, in fairness, I'm getting a lot more used to it, in fairness. I go around a one-way system in Greenwich now and stuff, and
Right,
it's not too bad.
Oh, that's good.
The only hairy bits are where you have to merge in with the other lane if you're wanting to get across.
Yeah, right.
But that's when, like I say, I found that most people will just let me go very kindly. Yeah.
I guess they're just fascinated as well.
There's a huge element of that.
If they know what it is, they'll be kind of like they'll want to sit behind you
Yeah.
or next to you for a bit. Just
Yeah.
look at the thing.
And if they don't know what it is, they're wondering what the hell it is.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's beautiful.
There are actually a couple of owners in the area.
Really?
Yeah, there were 3 of us out over the weekend.
Oh. So you got an owners club, I suppose?
Yeah, Facebook group, the C5 owners group on Facebook.
Brilliant.
And there's a fair amount of us on there, that, you know.
Brilliant.
But we all everyone knows everyone else. So there was one on Top Gear recently, so we know the guy who lent them theirs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It was it's about 50 years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know what? And I think
Yeah.
I think history, when we're in now, you know, when retrospectively looking back in however long, that will then be understood.
Yeah.
That it was so far ahead of its time. It was too far ahead of it. People weren't ready for it.
I think you're right.
And I think maybe still people aren't ready for it. But at one point, this is going to be.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. This will be the prototype for how we get around. It really will be.
Well, there was an article,
he was a genius.
literally. I think a lot of people think he was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
There was an article in the Sunday Times literally just a month ago, where most newspapers, the moment you mention the C5, they'll just slate it. And his article was basically saying it was 30-40 years too soon.
Yeah.
And it wasn't doing the usual taking the piss, isn't it stupid, ha ha ha. And everyone is used to the idea of e-scooters and e-bikes and personal electric transport these days, and with modern motors in something like that and modern batteries, it would be hugely practical, really practical.
Of course it would.
And it's a lot of fun. It's every bit as much fun as everyone thinks it was. You know, that 13-year-old that saw it, that thought that looks like such a laugh, and it is. Yeah.
That's brilliant. You're living the dream. You're literally living the dream.
So yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. So I get out on it as much as I can.
Oh,
I film my rides for YouTube
Yeah?
and stream them to Twitch when I can as well. And
Is this your YouTube?
it is, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look right now.
Please do. Yeah.
will.
Say hello to YouTube.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
That's brilliant.
Oh, you've
You've
awesome.
made my week.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very
You're
much.
very, very welcome.
Ride carefully.
Yeah. Cheers.
Is it Drive carefully, ride carefully.
Ride, I think. Yeah, ride carefully, yeah.
Ride carefully.
And yourself.
All the best.
Take care. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
What a nice chat. That's why I love letting people have a go on it. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. There it is. Made it. Cheers. That was nice of the scooter rider. He was letting me go till he realised we could do a near side to near side turn. Let's say hello to the geese for a minute. Uh-oh, I'm hearing that kind of rattly sound again. That sounds like the word, the chain tensioner might need adjusting, looking at. Oh yes, the dog is just seeing all these birds to chase. Beagle wants to chase. So yes, correcting the chain tensioner is really easy to do, but I need the C5 to be up on its back to do it. I can't really get at it terribly easily otherwise. Let me take a look, see if I can see what I can do. Otherwise I might have to take a more direct route home. I was going to ride down through the village. Well, there's a thought. Let me see if I can reach it if I remove the back box. Oh, it doesn't look good. Nope, I can't get at it. So down behind the sort of the Y in the chassis, it's up under there. It's very easy to faff with, it's just being able to get at it, and also without covering myself in oil, which I'd like to avoid if I can. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's the chain has come off the tensioner. The tensioner is, yes, the tensioner has popped out. I'm going to have to do this. Right, let me see if I can figure this out. If I put it very gently onto its side, there you go, you can see underneath. So you can see the chain tensioner has just popped out. That's all it is. I guess it's when I went over the curb. There we go, it just pops back in and the chain sits on top, and that's it, done. I've got a feeling this chain is getting a bit slack and I might need to take a link out of it. There's not much room left for the tensioner to tension, so yeah, I think I need to pop a link out of that. Right, and gently turn it back. So there's no, there we go, no danger of scraping it. And the boots back in and done. It's that easy. Back in a sec. Right, I'm just trying to decide which way to go home. Whether to go straight down there and straight down there into the village and through. Whether to go up across the heath, halfway across and along. Oh, let's go that way. It's a bit more of a ride. I'm out for a ride. Even if I'm hungry and want to get home. I'm here to have a ride, so let's have a ride. I wonder if you have to sign up for an entire course with that Blackheath boot camp, or if you can just turn up and do an evening as and when. Wow, it's windy across the heath this evening. Really windy. Say hello to YouTube. Oh, there's nothing coming. Send it. Ah, cyclist. coming towards the end of the ride in the stream. I've been quite quiet for a bit, haven't I? I know there's a Pokestop here. I wonder if they're playing Pokemon Go. There are a few Pokestops and gyms around the area. So yeah, if you make it this far into the video, leave a comment in the good old chat boxes below in the comments and say Pikachu. Yeah, say Pikachu if you make it this far. Thank you for watching. I never take any viewers for granted. I'm always grateful that anyone might choose to spend even 5 minutes of their time watching a bit of one of my videos. I'm super grateful for anyone that does. Yeah, it's awesome that people might want to drop in and just see what's going on. Don't know when I'll be out next. It depends on the weather, I guess. If it stays dry, if it's nice, I'll come out tomorrow if I can. The big thing is getting streaming up and running, but that's going to be another couple of weeks until the encoder box arrives from China. But yes, until then, I've been C5 Live UK, and I'll see you around. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you next time. Bye bye.